Hey, field agents. We haven't posted for a minute, so I thought I'd drop this on. Let's start with looking at gathering. I know gathering's important. What are y'all getting for your gathering since the K45 came out? I've reached 44, and this is where the 44 is looking at on level 16. That is the half bag 16. How did we get there? King's gear, sword, pants, and shoes. This will be for the stone. And that's because it's in the upper basic attributes. This will give you 50%. The attributes go up to 15 instead of 25. 25, and that's the maximum. That's like you gotta push it hard. Hundreds of dollars. Gems and refined stones. And you'll neglect your PvP. You don't want to do that. So instead of that if you, I guess if you Sir Philip or you're Damien or somebody that spends $25,000, $30,000 a month on a game, it doesn't matter. But it will only yield you 10 extra percent if you got 100%, 25% refines versus going to King's gear to Arch gear. So for the basic story, we're going to say the King's gear is the way to go. When you do go to refine it, we're looking at 50. Versus 200. The gold is 1 million versus 500,000. So it's 4 times the stones, twice the gold, and you only get 10 extra percent. And you're talking, and to go to that upper wall of getting the to go that upper wall to get the 25s, you know that's going to be extreme. So let's go. King there. Now you do need 2 pieces of dragon gear. Dragon here, dragon here. Neither one on the bottom, on the top or bottom, will help with your gathering, but the 2-piece bonus will give you the 15%. That's fine. That's the only use these two do. Unless you say you got a server where they tile a lot, or say you got a farm and you just don't want to build a lot of troops and you got a lot of gems and you ain't got nothing to use them on. Well, this is where you would use your gems. You use your gems to use load boots here. You would do load on the bottom. Ground troops is the one that costs the least to heal. So if somebody hits you, let them heal your T1s. And you'll be using less T1s if you do 4 refines with the load. And that'll give you something to do on the events for also. That's after you got everything. I would make that last after you got everything maxed out or good enough. I was wanting 20 plus, but I had 224, so I stopped with 18. Like I said, the gem burn was, I wanted to dedicate those gems to my PvP. So, max this out. Now, I still got Jinko at 40. That means even though I'm gathering at 5.2 million an hour. I still have room to level up Jinko. But right now, 4 more times. Almost 5 times. By the end of next week, I'll be level 45 on that. So, I'm going to do that. You got this gathering boost, you can do another 5%. If you got a farm account, you 100% want that. I know about the one on the top. You take that minus 10% to go to that 20. You shouldn't really do that unless, one, it's Ymer days. 2, most people stop at their tiles at level 27 because of the break-even point. But I'll tell you now, if you go ahead and take your tiles all the way up, you get a billion plus a week off of the tiles. And just off the tiles from the production. And that's with using the Jinkos and all, boosting it up, managing your tributes and all that. They didn't kill the Viking without me. So we want to do that. Again, you got a farm, or even if you're gathering and you're really critical about it, you definitely want to be using your egg shells. We want to be using this egg so you can get that extra gathering speed on the bottom. And it is not reactive. You need to, for the sake of the video, I'll skip it. You need to launch it before you send it out. We'll see how big of a difference it made. That's the other thing. If you get 4 Jinkos, I made a Jinko. Number 4 is my stone. 1's food. I mean, you could do it any way you want, but I got 3 as ore, 2's wood. Technically, if you wanted to do it by this, 1 should be food, 2 should be wood, 3 should be stone, and 4 should be ore. But it's just, when I made mine, I didn't do it right. But that's how it would make sense with the gems. To make it easier on you. Alright. So I guess it did. Yeah, I must have mistaken it. Yeah, it did. It went from 52 to, now it's 5.5. So I got another 300,000 an hour off of using that. And it does work backwards. I'm going to remove it and see what happens. Okay, so we learned that you must leave the egg thing on if you want that gathering boost. And I just verified it in front of everybody. So while we're talking, I'll just go ahead and leave that on. Like I said, that's going to give me 300,000 extra an hour. If you did 6 marches, this is 1.8 an hour off of 6 marches. And that's with level 40 Jinkos. not even level 44, level 45. I will, today's Viking, you know, all the good monsters gone. I'll try to get one of my jinkos up to 44 and post a video with the new gathering speed. So I'm looking at 100 million in 100 million in 18 hours. Yeah, it's not too bad, especially no stamina. Okay, but that's for the gathering. Let's make another video. Gathering. That. You know, if y'all want gems, don't use the gem mines. Go to the relics. And when you do that, you need to have the science maxed out. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to throw this out. I try to come up with something, but this is why I want to show y'all about the gathering and about the relics. Gather safely, especially if you're one of the people. Now think about this during server. How many points does your server give up putting stupid troops in the relics when they could be just doing the T1s? And then you go a step further, load the relics down with T1s, let the people come and hit, and now you just made a bait trap. We've done bait traps before, mainly with the pyramids when we did like the King Tut curse, but we've done we've done relic traps before too. People love going in Thailand. Use some T1s. I just showed you 50,000 to give you 8 hours. You'll either gather from the relic or you'll get a hit. And if you lose, I mean, they're 1 point apiece, you're going to lose 50,000 points in the server. But on the plus side, you could get a whale. Just make sure you can chew what you bite. And don't bite into something that bites back. But, alright guys, hey, thanks for everybody for being here. I appreciate every one of y'all. Leave me comments. I like talking to y'all. And if you got anything you got questions on, drop it and I'll make a video just for you. Thanks.